right, so we are joined now by Metro Council member Russ Pulley. The council meeting is tonight, but we want to get into some issues that are causing a lot of conversation right now, Councilman. We appreciate you being here. Good morning. First of all, the license plate readers. It feels like we've been talking about this, Councilman Pulley, forever.
Well, it feels that way because we have.
Okay, but they're back on the agenda tonight. What's going to be happening tonight?
Well, again, we're going to defer it so we could talk about it some more.
My goodness, what's been the holdup? Why do you think there's been so much conversation about the LPRs?
Well, why do I think there's been so much conversation about it? I think we've conversed about it ad nauseum.
Okay.
I think very clearly, you know, just full disclosure, I'm a supporter of LPRs. You know, I have a law enforcement background, so I understand the value of LPRs and surveillance cameras and things of this nature. And I don't share the concerns that people who are opposed to this seem to have. So the other side wants more conversation, and they continue to want more conversation, and I don't know if this is just to delay the inevitable or what. But it is a close vote in the council, so based on what we've seen before and the bills that have come up before and bills that have been deferred, it's going to be close whenever we get around to voting on this. But again, we're gonna kick it down the road again to have a meeting between basically proponents and opponents of this. It's a publicly noticed meeting. It's going to occur on January the 5th. And I will participate in that meeting, and it's public, so everybody can listen in. And I think the design, the vice mayor is the one who's really initiated this meeting, so that he can get both sides together and see if we can come up with a compromise. I think we probably talked as much about it as we can, but I do want to point out that what this bill does is offer up a 6-month pilot. That's all this does. It's a 6-month pilot, and we're really watering it down too much, I think. So let's go ahead and run the pilot and see what the data shows us, and let's not water it down so that it's going to be ineffective during the 6-month period.
Well, I guess hopefully we'll have some more resolution to this after it's been deferred and it's brought back up again.
Yeah, we're going to certainly after this meeting really push to get this thing voted on, up or down, and we'll see where the chips fall.
The other topic that a lot of people are talking about today is recycling in Nashville, and you said that this is something that is not a complete surprise.
No, it's not a surprise to some of us because many of the council members have been dealing with issues regarding trash collection. And, you know, I've had some serious issues in my district as a result of it. I had one neighborhood that went 2 weeks without trash collection.
Wow.
Now, that's a one-off situation, and there's a reason for that, which is not a good one. But we've been having some issues with our contractor, Red River, for a while. And now it's reached the point where Red River is in bankruptcy. Of course, you know, what lawyers will understand that the general public won't is, by and large, is that there's protections that they will have as a result of this bankruptcy protection they're in, which makes it a little more difficult for us to deal with the contractor. So one of the ways, what we're seeing is Red River's having some very difficult issues with their equipment. So we're having to manage some of that ourselves. And one of the ways that we're going about doing it is taking the recycling trucks off the road, and we're dedicating them fully to trash collection from now through the end of January. So in most cases, that's going to, our constituents will see 1 to 2 pickups missed on their monthly recycling collection, and that will definitely create an inconvenience. But you know, our priority is the weekly trash collection, and this will help us maintain that until we can get a handle on what the issues are.
Hopefully a handle on it very soon. I know a lot of people are certainly concerned about this.
And we feel that pain for sure.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much. Thanks for having me.
All right, folks, we're going to have this whole segment on our website, WKRN.com, and all the information about the Metro Council meeting tonight, the agenda, and everything you need to know. Megan?